Hello, happy 2024. 2024, man. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome, welcome. Hello, and thank you for tuning in, blah, blah, tuning into the
Mobility
Mobility Bros.
Bros.
I'm Clif Joseph. I'm the owner and founder of Fitness Essentials. Um, I've been doing this for well over 2 decades, and I started this amazing show with my host, Ron Hylton. Ron, how are you doing today, brother?
I'm doing fantabulous.
Fantabulous. Let's go.
Yeah, man, doing really good, man. Have a good, planning on having a good day today. Going to do a double date with the wife and some friends
Nice.
tonight. So, yeah, I got a good day scheduled today.
That's fantastic. And me and Ron, well, Ron will tell you a little bit more about who he is for those who are just tuning in. Maybe this is your first show with us. He is fantastic. Can't wait, but you're gonna have to wait and hold on to see what he's all about. We talk about mobility, human mobility, athletic mindset. We talk about pain reduction, pain management, the thoughts and processes of practitioners such as ourselves and the mindsets of our clients, the clients that we've dealt with for over, 2 decades between us, we got 40 plus, 50 plus years of experience.
Hmm.
So we share that with you guys on our channel. Our hope is that you learn something new, or maybe you re-identify something, or you maybe take it easy on yourself, or maybe you push yourself a little harder wherever you are in your wellness journey. We hope to inspire you. We hope to share our stories that may enlighten you. And if there's something that you really would like us to talk about, we would love for you to put it down in the comments below. We'd love for you to
Absolutely.
share your
Absolutely.
thoughts. Maybe just say congratulations on 2024 and a strong year plus long YouTube channel. We release every Monday. So if you're looking for a show, you could count on us to drop it on Mondays. Every Monday of the week, one show a week. We don't try to overwhelm you and bombard you with everyday videos, but we do make videos every week and we'd love for you to connect with us. So
Yep.
please hit that like and subscribe button, share with friends and family. It helps us out tremendously in the algorithm so more people can figure out who we are and what's going on. I'd like to first, before we get into our topic of the day, thank our sponsors. Our sponsors have helped us tremendously. They support us. They're a part of us. They are Be Legendary Apparel and Fitness Essentials. So, John, do you want to tell them a little bit about this season, what you got going on at Be Legendary Apparel?
Yeah, so Be Legendary Athletic Apparel is going to be having, we're going to have our Lift Heavy, Love Hard, Be Legendary edition. Right? For the month of love,
Yeah, beautiful.
February. So I already dropped I already dropped a couple of shirts and hoodies, but I'll be dropping something new um, every week. I got some new designs up and coming. My goal is to drop 10 new designs up until February.
10 new designs, all based on love, or is it just like a
No, so I mean, I said it's Lift Heavy, Love Hard edition, but I think some of them are going to be it's not going to all be evolved around um, Valentine's Day, but it's going to be. I'm going to live. My goal is to drop 10 new designs until February and I'll probably end up offering some type of discount. So I'm just going to put a nice little collection together.
Oh, that's beautiful. Please stay tuned to that. And where can people find your collection? Be Legendary Athletic Apparel.
So be legendaryathleticapparel.com. Come check me out, be legendaryathleticapparel.com. This is actually one of my newer hats.
I
This
like it. Stay awesome.
carpenter hat, stay awesome. A hat. So this is a hat I dropped about 5, 6 weeks ago. So yeah, come check me out. Come check us out. We always here to serve the community.
That is fantastic. It's a beautiful thing. And I love the Be Legendary motto. I think every human being has an opportunity to be legendary. So you guys stay out there, stay hungry, be legendary. And if you're ever interested in linking up with Fitness Essentials coaches, you can have a calendar date with me. We can do a 30-minute deep dive conversation where we talk about what's going on in
Man,
your life.
he's the
We figure
man.
out how we can help you. We talk about what personal training will look like in your life, what fitness life coaching is overall, nutrition, supplementation, wellness visits, wellness walks, How are you implementing health and wellness in your life? Are you swimming? Are you biking? Are you playing basketball? Are you going to the gym? Are you walking 7,500 steps a day just to simply maintain or burn calories? What's going on? What do you need? We talked deeply about that. I want to hear what's going on in your life. I open by listening to you. And from there, we discover how we can make your life more well-rounded with wellness and fun. You don't have to take the fun away. You don't have to stop eating the things you love all the time. You just discipline is love, self-love. And so that's what we do. Um, it's been an amazing 2023. There's been ups, there's been downs,
Mhm.
but I'm very positive. My mindset's always been on looking at the bright side. So I see an amazing level of growth for me in 2023. How about you, John? Ron, how was your 2023? How did it wrap up for you?
John, how's your 23? No. So
John is
wrapping up, so today's topic is new me, new you for 2024, but we're gonna talk about, things we've done for 2023. So 2023 was good. I did a lot of my own learning, my own growing. I invested in a program to bring my athletic apparel line to six figures. So I have some coaching for that. Working on a course right now. I invested in a course in 2023 that I'm still, which I'm finishing up now. And my goal was to um, learn more about YouTube, learn more about what YouTube's all about. When I initially started this channel, I just wanted to start a podcast. Had no real idea or concept of if there was a financial way for YouTube to work, about algorithms. I didn't know any of that. I was just like, wouldn't it be cool just to talk about health, wellness, fitness, rehab, and recovery? That is it, And then so that and just growing me. I have a couple other business. I have my Isogenix health and wellness business, online business. So growing that. So a lot of I've done a lot of growth in 2023, and then my one of my biggest achievements was dropping 57 pounds, getting on stage, and doing my first physique competition, and freaking killing it. Like I got third place, and I looked phenomenal, right? Like it's just amazing how I'll just show a back picture really, really quick. That the transformation was just astronomical. Let's just see if I can pull up a. Here we go. So let me see if I can widen this out. So yeah,
that
man,
was nice.
not bad for 48.
Not
Not
bad.
bad for 48.
Not bad at
So,
all. Not bad at all,
so
stud.
yeah, and I just really wanted to focus on like, really focus on me and my growth, and moving forward into 2024. Same thing, I really want to grow my clothing line to six figures, Ice Jinx business, grow that, rank advances in network marketing. You have rank advancements and stuff like that. And just stay the course. And just keep on reading and learning things and learning how to do things and keep growing. There's other things I want to do which are not in line right now because I don't want to overwhelm myself. I want to learn about ClickFunnels. That's a thing I absolutely want to learn about. I can leverage that in so many ways.
Yeah.
So so yeah, that's a lot of what I got going on, and just I have a whole vision board, or this board I got with all my goals and everything. I did that at the beginning of the year, and I have some really good goals. I know one of them is looking forward to seeing if I get picked to be part of the sports med team for the 2024 Olympic trials for USA Track and Field.
And how many times would that be if you get picked again?
4.
Ooh, we're going
So
for
that would be,
four.
yeah, that would be, if I got that, it'd be 2 Olympic trials. I would have done already 2 Olympic trials and then 2 outdoor Nike national championships. So
Fantastic.
so yeah, so that's what I got, that's what I'm focused on for this year. And we talked about the new me, new you, and a lot of people say that, but what do they really mean by that? Is it, I ask people about are you don't make resolutions because they don't work. M- Really write down short and long term goals that you're actually going to shoot for. If we're going to talk about the new me, new you, you know, make that a real thing. Don't make it just some same thing you're just saying that's coming out your mouth. Make it real. Make it, and like honestly, that my board there's a lot of goals on there that I did not hit last year, but
Yeah.
I moved them over to this year. I refreshed them. I put some new stuff up, and I'm getting after it.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, man. 2023 for me was fantastic. And I just want to acknowledge everything that you've done and think and commend you on that because it's not easy to do what you did. It's not easy to say in January. I remember we have our January episode. It's not easy to say in January that that I'm gonna drop this weight and I'm gonna do,
That
all
was
this amazing stuff.
crazy.
Hey, buddy. Come on, go
Hey,
around. Go
stunt
around.
double. What?
Go on.
Oh,
Listen, that's our sponsor right there.
yeah, yeah,
Um, little man. Yeah, it's not easy to say, what you said you were going to accomplish and then actually accomplish it.
yeah, yeah.
And you've done a lot of that, and that's amazing. And for me, 2020, I felt I left 2021 with this feeling of wanting to do more as far as impact to my community, to the people around me, to different diverse communities I've never embarked upon or thought about working with in the 2 decades I've been training and teaching people. Some of that is because I've had such a long retention rate, right? Some of my clients before COVID have worked with me for 15, 16 years. I've
That's
watched them grow from children to men and from middle age to seniors. I've helped people, I've gone to funerals for clients. Like it's been wild. And so the first thing I did with Fitness Essentials was help raise $2 million for the American Foundation of the Blind on their 100th year anniversary. I was able to sit down and watch them open up something that Helen Keller put in a time capsule 100
wow.
years ago. I sat next to the likes of Lawrence Taylor and Rex Ryan and the majority of the 1984 Giants Super Bowl champions. I watched people auction off jerseys for thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars at that point.
You're like, it's just a
Um,
shirt.
and it was an amazing experience, and I
Crazy.
wanted to do more of that, not because I was sitting next to people or clout chasing, or I mean, I barely posted any of that content up actually, but I sat back and said, why American Foundation of the Blind? They said that people were losing jobs simply because they were going blind, and it's a huge discrimination against blind people.
Wow.
And it didn't matter the color of their skin, didn't matter how many years of experience, they would just be discriminated against. And that bothered me. And so in 2023, I stumbled upon a space, literally, walked inside thinking I saw a friend and turned out to be a gym floor. And I was like, oh, I know this. They might need some consulting. Fitness Essentials consults fitness gyms all the time. We help gyms 10x, 20x, 100x their numbers and hold on to the retention because we know what it's like to hold on to retention. Um, but the place wasn't a gym. You know, the place was actually there to help people who suffer from drug and alcohol addiction, and not just adults, but adolescents at 12 and 13 years old.
Wow.
And I said, you're using fitness and doing this and it's working. And they said, you're a great fit. And I literally walked in, and at the time I walked in, there was so much shuffling around. They were pushing through the pandemic. Hopefully, we'll have Dr. Frank on, who's a doctor and the psychologist there, the clinical psychologist there, to talk about his journey as a pro football player for the Lions and the Packers, and what he's done to come to this space and create new pathways counseling. And I've been working with that organization since March of 2023, and I've talked to hundreds of kids, and adults combined because they have a lot of people coming in and out of there, sadly. But honestly, the amazing work that they're doing to help people understand what their bodies are capable of when they're clear-minded and sober.
That's
I've
awesome.
seen people go from looking super strung up and exhausted and detoxing day one to doing a workout more intense than I put any of my actual clients through. I'm talking from floor burpees to mountain climbers to sled pushes to sprints. And these people are deconditioned. You know what I mean? And they're pushing their minds because they know if their minds can do it, even when their bodies are exhausted, then they could sustain. They can hold on to sobriety. And that has been an amazing journey to work with this demographic. It's been heartbreaking at times to see people relapse or to hear the stories of having to be Narcan just to wake up from
Mm.
their mom's bed because, this teenager overdosed 2 or 3 or 4 times. Um, and it's a huge problem. I don't think it's just our nation that's suffering. I think children are suffering, and a lot of it goes back to 4 years ago. When did you start? 4 years ago, I was 12. It's crazy stories.
Easy.
Um, but it's impact. It's impactful. It's not about the dollar signs coming in that space. It's about the hearts and minds that you're changing. And because I have all this fitness experience, I can bring that to the table. And I've got a lot of compliments for how I structure the program and how I work the high intensity interval training into the proper form control.
Hmm.
So that's been really great for me, and I'm on my weight loss journey. I'm more on my weight management journey than weight loss journey because I was not managing my weight during 2020, 2021. I was kind of just emotionally eating everything.
Dude, how you think I got up to 214, bro? Like, them donuts was looking good on the height of the pandemic, bro. Like, listen, cheap nutrition, cheap food was easy to get a hold of. It was just, and I always pride myself of putting good nutrition in my body, good stuff. But I could tell you, like, I was putting good nutrition in my body, but I was stacking it with the bad.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's just like, so now
yeah.
it's just really focusing on getting out that. And I did cut loose a little bit over the holidays. I did let up a little bit,
That's
but now
good.
it's
That's
time.
good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's
You
time.
gotta have a healthy relationship with food. You know what I mean?
Yep, yep.
Um,
So,
new
so,
you, new
so,
you.
yeah,
That phrase to me, it sounds like a newborn baby,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to take the 39 years of my life, and restart a new me every year. Like I
Right.
haven't learned all the things that I learned. I don't want to be new. I want to improve on all of the
Yeah,
things
I
that
like
I've done,
that. I like
you
that. Yes.
know? Improved me in 2024 with a word of affirmation that I anchor in for the year, you know, closing things out or following through or persistence, perseverance, resistance, resilience. Like that should be what we promote for a new year.
Yeah.
Not, 25-cent gym memberships that people are going to cancel because they've overwhelmed themselves with trying to be a new person, even though they have all this old baggage that ain't going anywhere.
That
It
ain't
doesn't
going
just
nowhere, man.
stop, right?
That
So
is
the
not
new
going
me, new
nowhere.
you thing is extremely frustrating to hear. Um, I hope people in 2024, the reason why we recap 2023 for this 2024 topic is because it's our first episode of the year. And I believe it's important to know where you've been so you know where you're going. And instead of it being something new, journeys may be new. You may take a new trip to a new place you've never seen before, but you're still bringing that person that has all the experiences, all the life lessons, all the things that you've learned through that journey. And there's a lot of lessons you don't want to let go. There's a lot of things you may need to reflect on. I know I do that for myself. How about you, Ron? Do you reflect on things?
I do a lot. I look at, like, okay, what are some things that I need to improve on and get better at? My word for this year is definitely consistency. And always showing up and being on time for things, which I've never really had a hard time with, but consistency, with certain parts of my life, I've like kind of fall back on. So, and also give myself a little bit of grace if I didn't get to something. don't beat myself up if I did not get to it. I'll just put it in my schedule for the following day, just to make sure, like, I didn't get to something last night, so it's on the calendar for today to make sure that I get it done before the end of day. So, just really just, looking at like you know, how how you can always improve yourself, improve your mindset, and we, as Les Brown said, we all have greatness in us, right? So it's always working on that belief that you believe that you have greatness in you, that and you can do more to improve yourself and grow yourself
Mhm.
as a human being, as a person.
Mhm.
So I really believe that. Um, so yeah.
Yeah, I think that's beautifully said. We would love to know what your word of the day is. So please go into that comment section down below and tell us what your word of the year is. Maybe it's a word of the day, maybe it's a word for the next quarter, maybe it's something that you really anchor on for the year. Is it perseverance? Is it resilience? Whatever it may be, we would really love for you to tell us what you're thinking your word is today. We also would love for you to tell us if you really like that hoodie or if you really like that hat or what are some fun things you would put on Be Legendary Apparel.
Yeah.
Ron would love the feedback. So please write down in the comments how you're feeling about our show, what you'd like to hear we talk about this year, what topics that may be on your mind, on your heart, so that we can continue to improve and build up this show, build up this YouTube video, YouTube content that is soon to be a podcast because Ron really wants that podcast.
Yeah, yeah. Listen,
Eventually.
I love the YouTube platform. I mean, if we could just kill it on YouTube platform, I'm good. It's just, and another thing to talk about is just changing our format and how we're doing that. So I think that would be the next step for Mobility Bros. I know we always keep talking about it, but it's just about taking the next step and doing it. So I think that'd be great for us too. Um, so I mean, there's just so much we can do it. Oh, one thing I wanted to say is kind of a silly thing. So this year I told myself I'm going to start wearing jeans. I'm always in athletic gear, so I had some really old jeans. I went through it. I got rid of some, and then I got some new ones. And the ones I have on, they're okay, but I don't. It's weird because I don't like clothes touching me. I know that sounds weird, but because
I
sweatpants is
don't like clothes touching me. I want clothes to float.
yeah, I
Yeah.
want them to float. I want them to float. So
Yeah.
putting on something that actually fits me, it's like I'm fussy with it first for the first hour, then I get over it. So
Yeah, man, I get it though. I really like my athletic apparel. I tell you that the truth. That is the truth. I like my sweats. I like my yeah, I like that I get to go to work in my own uniform, which is a hoodie, a cap, some sweats,
yeah,
nice pair of sneakers,
yeah,
you know. But
looking
I do like
fly.
dressing up for events. Like if I could put a nice tux on or a nice suit on and show up at an event sharp, fresh cut, with my lady on my arm and present, represent well. If I have a stage that I can share my story, that's when I like to dress up and show out. But if
Nice.
I'm doing my day-to-day grind, I definitely like relaxing into the grind. What are some things that you're taking into 2024 that may be new, that may be the same, but you want to double down on? I know we talked a little bit about morning meditation, things like that. What are some things that you're doing?
So one thing's for fitness is I'm focusing on actually packing on muscle. And just keeping my weight down. I've never actually done it. Anytime I wanted to start lifting heavy, I always put on my 205 belly,
Mm,
and I just went in, and that always seemed to work. But you know what? It's always like I always have this girth on me. So I do have a routine and a plan for the week, and I'm staying consistent with that. So double downing on that. Just double downing on my reading and my learning. Um, and looking at maybe some other certifications. Like I back in come right after the pandemic, I purchased an orthopedic massage program, and it was extremely intense.
mm.
And I never finished it. There's 8 sections. I think I got three, I got four and a half done. So I think this year going into the spring is going to probably be one of the things I'm going to start working on again, and just take one course at a time and just focus on that. So there's some things I feel like I need to, work on focusing on that. Another thing, just always be open to opportunities, even if they don't necessarily fit into my schedule. Always be open and hearing the opportunities that are available, and maybe I can try to fit it in if it fits. Like I just put it out there. I wanted to start an all women's strength program on Saturdays from like 2 to 3. So I posted on Facebook. I reached out to some old clients. I sent out like 10 messages last night to some old female clients that I worked with. So, and then we focused on deadlifting, benching, and kettlebell strength conditioning work. So I just put it out there. I don't know if I'm going to get feedback, but if I get a couple of girls, then I'll start. If not, then and I was going to charge a low rate, $25 drop in, $100 a month. Just keep it super simple, upfront money. So
That's cool. Very
yeah,
simple, very straightforward. Yeah, I'm looking at 2024. I'm looking at definitely growing fitness essentials. We need to build up on our small group classes. We have the Warren location. I'm tied in with some doctors in our area that do sports recovery work. So I'm going to be networking with them to see if I can help some of their clients. Their clients are in Hillsborough, which I have a location that I could work out of called Impact Training. Beautiful person that runs that, Sean. Shout out to you. And I'm still out in Warren, right down the street from my old location, thanks to Dr. James and the PT office. So I really want to leverage those two things, make sure Fitness Essentials isn't being neglected because I put all this time in New Pathways counseling and working with that demographic. I'm looking at getting a number of different certifications in the recovery field so I could be a peer recovery specialist in that way. I've never gone through recovery myself, but seeing and experiencing that, having that certification allows me to really have a deeper conversation with people. I'm learning more about psychological therapy, learning about DBT and CBT therapy, and tying that into fitness and even pulling that in for my athletes. I have amazing athletes, two top golfers. I want to help them grow. And ultimately for myself, I want to get down to 215. That's my comfortable weight. Build some muscle and enjoy my life with my family and friends and visit you or have
yeah,
you visit
you
me.
gotta go visit. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up. All right, I want you to stay awesome, keep serving greatness, and be legendary. Have an amazing day, everyone. Take care for now.
Happy 2024.